Hello guys, my name is Archana Devi. I am Assistant Professor from Rajagiri School of Engineering, Kochi. This video is part of RSET Online for the subject Computer Graphics, which is an 8th semester global elective. The topic that we are going to deal with today is from Module 6 and we are going to see visible surface detection methods. Okay, so what this visible surface detection methods mean is like if you're viewing a picture containing non-transparent objects and surfaces, it is not possible to see those objects from view which are behind from the objects closer to the eye, right? So like if you have this object and you have this pencil coming here, so you are only able to view those objects which are in front of your view. Those are behind, you are not able to view it in the you are not able to view, right? So when we project 3D objects on a 2D surface, we need to detect the faces that are hidden on 2D. So to get a realistic screen image, removal of these hidden surfaces is must. Identification and removal of these hidden surfaces, you call it as a hidden surface problem, or it is also termed as visible surface detection. So identifying the visible surface or eliminating the hidden surfaces. So these methods can be broadly classified into two types. The first one is object space method and the other is image space method. So in object space method, what you do is you compare objects and part of objects to each other within the scene definition to determine which surfaces should be labeled as visible and invisible. Like if you take this object, you are comparing the object with parts of objects to each other. Okay, you do not, like if you have two separate objects, I cannot compare this object with this object. That is not possible. You compare parts within the object. So if you have overlapping of objects, then this like in object space method, okay, we will talk about overlapping later. So the object space method is where you compare objects and part of objects to each other within the scene definition to determine which faces should be labeled as visible. And in image space method, what you do is the visibility is decided point by point at each pixel position on the projection plane. You are considering the pixel position in the projection plane. Okay. So we'll look at a few visible surface detection methods, and those will fall under either any of these two categories. So the first one that we are going to see, backface detection method, which is an object space method. A backface detection method is a object space method. So in backface detection, basically what we are trying to do is, if you take an object, the back face of that object is totally hidden. So we are going to determine which is a backspace in the object, and then we are going to remove that from the view plane. That is our aim in backface detection method. Okay. So if you have an object of this type, in this type, you will be viewing in one direction, right? So the back face of this polygon has to be removed. No need to store the coordinate position for that back space. So in order to determine the backspace, one basic step that we can start with is the inside outside test. Okay, so you take any point XYZ and you take any point XYZ, you tell that that point is inside the polygon surface, then we have the plane equation, right? For any polygon, you have the plane equation ax plus by plus cz plus d, where a, b, c, d are the plane parameters. So if the point xyz is inside the polygon, then you say that ax plus by plus cz plus d will be less than 0. So any point which is outside the polygon, this equation will not be satisfied. The value will be greater than 0. This is a basic plane equation. So now any point that you take, you first determine whether it is inside the polygon or outside the polygon. Then the next step is whether it is front face or back face. So if the point that you have found out which is inside the polygon is a back face, then that point will be along the line of sight to the surface. The point along the line of sight to the surface, if the point is along the line of sight to the surface, then that will not be visible. Then you call that as a back face. Say for example, for this object, you take any point which is behind. Okay, so the line of sight to the surface means this is a line of sight, and this point is also any point that you take that is along the line of sight to the object, right, to the surface. So if that point the inside point that you have determined is along the line of sight of the surface, then you term that as a back face. So how will you find out whether the point is along the line of sight? How will you find out? Any point that you take here, whether this is along the line of sight. How to determine that? In order to determine that, we can consider the normal vector. Okay? We can consider a normal vector. So what is a normal vector? Any vector that you take which is at a 90-degree angle, you call that as a normal vector. So this is a normal vector. And for this, this will be the normal vector for this surface. Okay? So the normal vector, you can name it as the normal vector with the Cartesian components A, B, C. This is an equation for the normal vector. So if the vector is in the viewing direction from the eye, the vector V that we are going to see in the viewing direction from the eye, n is a normal vector on the surface. So when will you determine whether that vector, the components that you have determined is back face or not? The formula is, if V dot n is greater than 0, then you say that it is a back face. So V is a viewing vector and n is a normal vector to the surface. So the point to be noted here is, the viewing vector is parallel to the z-axis. So we are viewing along the positive z-axis. So this is a Cartesian coordinate system, x, y, z. So you have some object here. So you are viewing along the positive z-axis. When you are viewing along the positive z-axis, this equation must hold, where V dot n is, if it is greater than 0, then you call, you say that vector which you have determined as a back face. So how to find out whether this V dot n is greater than 0? The viewing vector is along, we have told that it's already along the, it's parallel to the z-axis. So since any point on z-axis, you have x and y coordinates as 0, right? X and y coordinate will be 0. You only have a z coordinate. So the vector V will contain the values 0, 0 and Vz. And n is nothing but the normal vector ai plus bj plus ck. So if you take the dot product of V dot n, V and n, so when you calculate the dot product, a dot 0, b dot 0 and ck dot vz. So you will get vz c when you take the dot product. So now in order to find out, since you are viewing along the positive z-axis, this value is going to be positive. So depending upon the value of c, you can say whether this will be greater than 0 or less than 0. So if the sign of c, whatever is the plane Cartesian component that you have taken, if that value is greater than 0, then this is also going to be greater than 0, right? So if it is greater than 0, then it is a back face, right? It's a back face. Or if the sign of c is less than 0, it is a front face. So you can see that here you have this object, simple pyramid object. So suppose if this is a back face that you have, and this is a normal vector, right? This is a normal vector, a point from the face. So, and if this is a camera, you're viewing along the z-axis. This is a view vector. So you can see that both of them are in the same direction. V is also this way and n is also this way. So when you take the dot product, you will get a value which is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then you say that it is a back face. So this is very simple. Just by determining whether first you have to find out whether the point is inside the polygon. If it is inside the polygon, you take the normal vector and you can compute dot product with the normal vector for the viewing vector. And the point to be noted here is you're viewing along the positive z-axis. If it is along the negative z-axis, then this condition will revert. It will become the other way around. That is, if you're viewing along the negative z-axis, you are going to get a negative value for the z value, right? So the sign of c, if it is greater than or equal to 0, it will become a front face in that case. And if it is less than 0, it will become a back face for a negative z-axis if you are viewing along negative z-axis. Okay. So this the advantages and disadvantages for, let us see the advantages and disadvantages for this method. Advantages is a very simple and straightforward method. You don't have much complication in this, and since you are not storing the back face, it reduces the size of the database. Disadvantages are more for this back face detection method because this method will work fine only for objects that does not overlap. As I told before, like it should be two separate objects. If there is an overlapping between the objects, then this will not work fine. This method will not work for objects that overlaps. And also this works only for simple convex polygon like a cube, pyramid, etc. If you have a cube, you have a pyramid, then this will work fine only for such simple convex polygon. If you have concave polygon where you have partially hidden surfaces, then this method will not work fine. You'll only get a 50% accuracy for whatever you are determined as hidden, that is front face and back face. You will not get full percentage of accuracy. So this is a first method that we have seen in visible surface detection method. In further videos, we will see the other methods. Okay. Thank you.